Wow, look at this. Recruit, hire, and manage people. Wow, what a topic that is. That's good stuff. Head Harvester Bill Arman from the West Coast. I'm with my buddy Carlos here at the Team Engine booth here out in Dallas, Texas. So Carlos, tell me what this is all about. Recruit, hire, and manage people electronically, or how do you do this?
Yeah, with software. So our software is called Team Engine, and basically we focus on making sure that those landscape teams out there have the people they need to make money.
So how do you do this? And tell me some tips for some people out there.
Yeah, so it really comes down to hiring, finding the folks you need. Once you get them, once you hire them, once you put all that work in, making sure you keep them, and then making sure they become the most successful, highest performing folks that you could possibly have.
So you help find people?
Yep.
Then you help in the recruiting process?
Yep.
So you find the leads for people?
We find the leads. We also help you automate the critical but tedious and time-consuming steps in the process that are easy to kind of slip through the cracks, and make sure that they happen so that you actually have the best candidates that apply for your job available for you to consider and for you to hire.
So you do some screening. So you got to recruit, get some leads, then you got to screen.
Yes.
Then you do some interviewing. You help out with the interviewing process?
Help with scheduling the interview, making sure that folks show up for their interview, make sure that you know if they're not going to, because it's an unfortunate fact of life for a lot of these jobs is you get a lot of no-shows. And so we just look at every step of that process, and we'll give you the tools to optimize it so that you have the highest rate of success that you can at the end of the day.
Oh, great. So then you look at retention as well. Do you help out in the retention part?
Yeah, we find that a lot of companies see a lot of their turnover in the first 30, 60, 90 days. And there's some key things that you could be doing in that time frame to optimize your process. But again, it slips through the cracks because a lot of folks think, oh, I've hired this person and now my job is done.
Wow.
Well, guess what? They may not be there a whole lot longer if you don't put some effort in.
So how do you do? How's that Team Engine work in that area?
Yeah, so we find that good execution in general, but especially in these activities, comes down to consistency and good communication. The best format for engaging with your workforce in a landscaping company is the SMS text format. So that's pretty foundational to our solution. And the nice thing about that is you can automate a lot of those communications that are going to go to your applicants, as well as your new hires, as well as your workforce for work anniversaries, birthdays, all that kind of stuff.
Wow.
Just to make sure that those things happen, and you can focus on the day-to-day stuff versus the ongoing process playbook that you should be putting into place.
Good stuff. So tell me, but you're talking about ROI a little bit earlier. What's that all about?
Yeah, I mean, we find that just by shortening the amount of time it takes for you to fill an open role can generate a ton of ROI. And on average for us, if you can hire a key role half a day faster, so 4 hours faster than you would otherwise, the software pays for itself. Because these are revenue, profit generating roles, and not having people in those key roles, it impacts your business. And that number that I'm quoting to you is just the direct cost. But if you think about the impact on the team of them having to work overtime and being stressed out, and of your HR, whoever is in charge of trying to find this person, and all the time they're putting it into sourcing and spending on Indeed and spending on ZipRecruiter and Craigslist, it adds up. And
handling all that and all the costs involved in that. So you take care of all that.
Yep.
Now let's talk about retention, because if you don't retain the good ones, you go replace another one, you lose time, you lose a lot of money in that. They say I say anywhere from 6 months to 9 months of pay, right? And that's a lot of money, right?
Yeah, the rough estimate that we come up with is about $6,000 to replace one person that churns in their first 30, 60, 90 days.
So $6,000 turn.
Just for that one person.
So what does Team Engine help do to retain people?
Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff, again, that you want to be doing in that first 30, 60, 90 days. So getting feedback from folks on their onboarding experience is an example. Asking them for a referral, so you get another applicant and they bring a friend that helps them stick around. Making sure that your supervisors are doing an early tenure check-in with the new employee to give them feedback and see how things are going. There's a lot of stuff that a lot of people maybe don't know that they should do, but others know that they should do. but either way don't end up doing because of all the other stuff.
They get busy. They get busy.
Yeah.
So you help coordinate all that. All electronic, helps it out, reminds people. So you recruit, you help the interviewing process, the onboarding process, and stay onboarding process.
Yes.
So you recruit, hire, and manage people. That's what it sounds like, doesn't it to you folks?
Pretty much.
Hey, Carlos, good to see you again.
Thanks, Bill.
Go out there and harvest your potential.